Hi guys, this is Tim, and this is your weekly angel oracle card reading for the week of Monday, January 25th through Sunday, January 31st. Now before we get started, I just want to talk a little bit about the full moon on the 23rd. So I wanted to do this video a little bit earlier and try and get this out to you on the 20th, 21st, so that those of you that are watching this ahead of time and not waiting until the 25th will get this extra little special bonus here. Because we've got the full moon that's coming up on the 23rd. You know, full moons are always about releasing. So one thing that you can do is to get out your papers and your pens and start writing all the things that you want to let go of and that you want to release. And you know, this full moon, this is going to be a full moon in Leo. And this is, you know, when we have full moons in Leos, it's about taking the time to really take a look at the game changes in your life. What do you need to give up? What do you need to change? This is also about giving up the need to be the center of attention and obstacles to generosity. So as we had talked about in the past couple of videos, that this 2016 is about the year of generosity. This is taking a look at some of those obstacles that we can release and let go of, where at times we might have a false sense of pride or false identity. And you know, this is also about releasing blocks to confidence and creativity. Also excuses that keep you from quality time with your children, blocks to knowing that you are loved and lovable. And you know, that's one thing that as you're writing the letters out, and you know, what I would have you do when you have that letter is to take that out and burn that. The best time to do that is the night on the full moon of the 23rd. Now those of you, if you're watching this on the 25th, the 26th, 27th, please know you can write these letters any given time. You don't even have to do this on a full moon. It's just that the full moon energy is at its heightened sense, okay? I also do feel that this is about intuition too. That this week is going to be moving us into where we need to expand and listen more to our intuition, because they're telling me about that. So take the time to explore what you're feeling. And a lot of times it's actually putting what you feel over what you think is logic. And we kind of had that theme last week. So let's go on ahead and get us started here for this week. I want to, again, I've already pre-selected the cards. And I'm also going to get a couple messages from the Angel Answers Oracle card deck and the Archangel Power Tarot. So we're going to cut the decks on each of these, and that's going to give us extra messages for these three cards here. So as we get into the first part of the week, parenting and children. Now, here we go again with more relationships. So it just really feels like this whole month of January has been about relationships. So the focus and the energy for this week is going to be revolving around either you as a parent or you as a child, but taking a look at family. So this brings us really close to family. That's the energy for this. But this is about any areas that we may have been experiencing where there could be some, or could have been some, you know, issues going on. Because we're in this releasing mode of the full moon, I really am hearing that this is about positive changes. So we can expect some of those things to die away, any obstacles that may have been in place there. But this, you can expect a positive outcome with this card. So family is really on the forefront here. This is, you know, not only people, but this can also be your children, your four-legged friends. So, you know, pay close attention to everybody that you feel that is like family to you, or that is like your children. So as we get into the middle part, this is beauty. Now with the beauty card here, you know, I almost feel like for some of you, this could be that you may have children that are going through an identity crisis, or they're going through a period where their self-esteem may be a little low. And this is just asking you that if you are in that situation, to really give the energy to your loved ones, to let them know that they're beautiful just as they are, and allow them to appreciate their natural, beautiful ability that they have. This is also, letting them know that, the wonderful thing about beauty is that we don't have to be like everybody else. And that's where the self-esteem can come into play, where it gets lowered, is because we're trying to really achieve to be somebody else that we admire, that we think is beautiful. And, we are beautiful just as we are. So that's the message that we can relay to individuals that are maybe going through that phase or of this energy for this week. But this is also, for some of you, this may be you being very self-critical of your own beauty as well. And for some of you, this may be stemmed from what your children have said to you, parents may have said. Unfortunately, there are families where, and it's so heartbreaking when you hear of, I grew up in a family where my mom told me that I was ugly. Or my dad told me I'd never find a suitable husband or, a suitable wife. And that's just so sad. But that's what this is saying, is for you to, find your own beauty. You have that within you. And to raise your self-esteem, to know that you are radiant just as you are. And that again, brings me back to last week's card. I do believe it was the self-care card, which was the Magnificence. And I kind of feel like that's streaming in for this week. So that's what I'm really feeling with this card here. Now, as we get into the weekend, this is saying to awaken your true self. This is saying don't be afraid to come out of that shell that you may be feeling. And part of that is discovering your own uniqueness. And this is about, this is saying that, you're really starting to take a look at who you are as a person, and that you're recovering from any type of crisis that could be occurring. But this is also about trusting that, any confusion that you might be feeling, or, any areas of worry, that this is just all part of the process, and to go with that flow. Don't be afraid to crawl out from underneath that shell. Let the world know who you are. Shine. Now, I want to see what extra messages that we get. So I'm going to go on ahead and I'm just going to ask angels, what extra messages do we have as this relates to parenting and children, beauty, and awakening our true self? Okay, so this is romance. Now, interesting, because this can, because we had the parenting and the children, this can, now we throw another element in here where, for those of you that are married, this could actually be a partner here as well, is what I'm feeling. Those of you that, and I'm also hearing this too, that those of you that are afraid to get out because you have low self-esteem because of what you've been told in the past by people that have hurt you emotionally, to know that you're beautiful. Get out there and take that risk. Find that person that you're looking for, because you are. Show the world your radiance again, and don't be afraid about what people think of you. The important thing is that you know that you're a wonderful person and what you have to give to another individual. Now I'm going to go ahead and see what else we get here with the Power Tarot. And I think we had the Lover's card last week too, so we're getting a lot of relationship romance stuff going on here. All right, so this is the World, and this is saying a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. And this is Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is really going to be in here. I also feel Archangel Haniel as well. And definitely Archangel Jophiel, because she is our angel of beauty. But this is saying that everything has a happy outcome for this week. But a lot of this really relies on you going within and discovering yourself and your own identity and allow that part of you to awaken. And when you do that, that's when we can let go of past issues that may be pertaining and allowing yourself to move forward in this area. So those are the messages for this week. And, that's one of the things that you can also do is if you are struggling with all of this, if you are struggling with self-esteem issues, relationship issues, those are things that you can include in that letter, if you're watching this before January 23rd, to dissolve and release all of that. And I'll send that to the light to allow that to be healed. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate all of my current subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. You'll see that little red button that says subscribe, and if you would please go on ahead and do that. And I look forward to talking to you next week. Thanks everybody, and I will talk to you, in February. Bye.